Hello everyone and welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione. Today we are here at Zolder with some GT4, not GT4, GT3 cars, and in particular we're driving the AMG, Mercedes, at Zolder. Because I haven't played this game or recorded in a while, I decided to start playing it more. What really threw me away from the game is I spend a lot of time putting in laps and stuff just to get up to pace with people that just basically started on the wheel. And it is really hard as we get the green light in this 10-minute race. Decided to do 10 minutes, didn't want to make the video too long so you guys could go enjoy your lives or whatever you do outside of YouTube. As corner one goes a little bit slow, so we're just going to go on the outside as we get blocked, basically. That should be a blue flag, in my opinion. If you're going slower than the person behind you, don't do that. You just kill everyone in the situation, I think. But who knows. You send it down to third gear. Now, I am playing on a controller, by the way, so I may not be the fastest person here. I may not even be able to set a decent lap time half the time, but I do my best. So he accidentally sent it up the inside of the Lamborghini, and there's no contact made somehow. I don't know how, but everything worked out. Now, the thing I don't like about this specific car in general is, for some reason, no matter what situation you do, how much throttle control you have, the rear end always slides somewhat. Sorry, I sounded like a snake there for a second. Yeah, but the rear end always slides no matter how much throttle control you have, as we almost killed the Porsche. Yeah, the thing I don't like about Zolder 2 is the braking points just... You choose a specific point to brake, but sometimes it just feels like, you chose that point, but we're still going to send your car forward a few hundred meters. See how that happens. You get hard on the brakes in front of us. As you give him a small tap, the Mercedes keeps it in one piece. We just send it into second gear to keep it more stable. We get a little warning from race control. But so far after that, only slight contact made in the first lap. I think that's good. We got a little boost in our rating somehow. So that's good. You can see I've never raced online before. But we can keep everything going. We put in second gear, hug the inside of the corners. Now, an important thing in this game is to choose how much fuel you have, which I completely overdid. I don't know why I have 14 laps. As we almost send it inside on the, the AMG? That's the same car I'm driving. How do I not know that? Yeah, but 14 laps is way too much for a 10-minute race. We probably have to be doing like 2 laps every 30 seconds for me to need that much. Other than that, I think I did the aggressive setup and just changed a few things, like maybe the brake ducts or something. Hard onto the brakes. Now here you clip the inside of the chicane, but don't knock over those cones, because if you do, it will be considered a cut and you will receive that 5-second penalty. Now as you come here, we run a little bit wide. I don't think we'll get penalized for that. Now we decide to send it up the inside onto the final corners. And we barely always make that corner. Like, I don't know what it is, I just can't find a braking point for that corner. Like, no matter what I do. And if I'm in the slipstream, I literally just have to let off into that corner. I don't want to hit anyone. As we gain a huge amount of time on the R8 in front of us. And we, again, slip it in second gear. I don't know how this car manages to, spin second gear with the gear ratios here being very heavy sometimes. Now, as we brake right before the big flag, didn't hit the apex on the inside, but we meet the outside apex, and apparently it's good enough to keep up some momentum. Come here, trail brake into the corner, use second gear to exit faster, send it into third, hold tight to the apex again. Now we're behind the Audi R8. Brake hard after you see that little patch of grass on the side go missing, and then let third gear somehow spin. I don't understand how you spin third gear. That's like the whole thing. Am I going to spin fifth next? You brake at the 100-meter board, go into second gear, meet the apex, gun it out just for the max speed. Try not to ride the curbs too much. It just unsettles the car way too much for you to keep momentum. Now hard on the brakes here. Use the gears to help you slow down a little bit. I'm going to put it in second gear, stay on the back of the Audi. Put it in third, just hug the inside. Now I don't want to go for a move here, but if I have to, I will. Now it seems he's going to do the jerk move of sitting in the middle of the row before pulling to the side. Seems legit as he hugged the inside of the corner. We somehow don't get wheel spin in first gear though. So I can spin third and second, but I can't spin first gear. What a realistic sim this is. Now as he meet the apex again on the final corner to switch back. Now I found, well, after this video, it's better halfway through that turn to just put it into second gear and then just gun it, because then you get way more traction. And I set my personal fastest lap of a 135.340, which is by no means fast in this game at all. Just for controller, for me, it's fast. As we get behind another Audi R8. Now it'd be amazing if these things are like R10s or something and I have no idea. As we almost send it up to the back, and we're running on whatever little black spots that was. I think that's just dead tread. But it's made us spin a lot. We span third gear again. I don't understand how I can't spin first, but I can spin second and third like it's nothing. Now as you ride the curb a little bit there too much, we lost some time, well, a few tenths, almost a second I say. I don't have the little thing up that shows you how many seconds you are away from someone, because I find I end up staring at it and then I just hit the car in front of me for no reason because I'm not paying attention. So I decide to leave it off when racing unless I really have to. And even then, I usually, if you usually need it, you usually end up in the pits for some reason. Not that you crash, but maybe to change tires, and then I do any changes there. Now as you get a more wheel spin, we can finally spin first gear somehow. This car is weird. We have traction oh my god, my English is horrible. Yeah, but as I said, we have traction control 3 on. As we got back in the line of the Audi. Now I think we got about another 2 laps here for a 5-lap race. Can't be that bad. And we gain time in sector 3, as I said. And our ratings go up a little bit more. We almost meet the apex, but then slide out for some reason. Now I'm going to trail brake into this corner somewhat and then just use second gear, as I said before. Now I really don't know where to make time up on this track to catch this R8. So I'm just going to hold my line and brake as late as possible if I can. And just see how far we can get. And I think we are within slipstream range. But for some reason I swerve out of it. Like a true gamer I am, who needs slipstream when you're this good. As we ride the apex again and lose time, you can see they kind of pull away in front of me. And I just have to figure out how to avoid that corner like that. Sorry. But as you meet the apex, well, we didn't for the first turn of that. When we put in second gear, hold it still. Get behind the R8. Hold our line. We run a little bit wide onto the extra turf. Now we send it up the inside, I believe, here. Yes, we do. The Audi never saw it coming. Nearly make contact into that corner. Use first gear. The gear that only spins once every 5 laps. And I think we're pretty good. As we use the slipstream, and I forget I'm in the slipstream, so I gave him a little tap. I keep forgetting that you have to brake earlier if you have slipstream. Sorry about that. But yeah, for controller, I think I'm doing pretty good right now. Like, I may not be the fastest, but I can still make this game fun for me. If you understand what I mean by that, it means basically I'm not challenging anyone online, but I'm still having fun. We use second gear. Now, one thing I was scared about, because I didn't even know how to trail brake in when I started this game. I thought that was just something you did with a wheel only. Because you don't need to do it in Forza Motorsport 7. You kind of brake in the straight line, then turn in. Here, you can kind of do whatever you want. You can brake in a straight line, then turn in, or just keep braking as you're turning in. You come down behind the black RDL. English is my first language, and I still haven't mastered it. Congratulations, I'm a failure. But as you see, we lost time to the Audi in front of us. Hard onto the brakes. Thinking about sending a late dive bomb, but couldn't. Now, I do believe we did knock over that cone behind us, but I don't think we got flagged for it, so everything is good. As the Audi flashes us, is he taunting me? Also, I did notice that my front left tire is slightly harder than the rest of them, and I don't know why. I mean, there's a fair amount of corners for either side of the car. So, probably it's sector 1, and then just me constantly adjusting stuff as we brake a little early and give the Audi a little tap. Now we're going on to our final lap. Now it's a 6-lap race. You get a little warning from race control here. So we got to make some magic happen on the final lap. Hopefully we can do something good. Brake right before that big sign. And we almost meet the apex. That's our closest attempt ever. Now just use the power of the AMG and just keep turning in. Now it'd be very funny if this isn't an AMG but like a GTR version or something. And I just sound really wrong right now. We're hard onto the brakes and turn in. Just use as much power as we can on the exit. And we somehow don't spin the wheels. We get into the slipstream. We pull up last second. And after the 100-meter war, brake a little bit late. Meet the apex, ride both apexes like there's no tomorrow. My suspension is gone, and we're just gunning it after this next AMG. The red AMG is our target. Hard onto the brakes, send it down to first gear, ride the inside of the corners, and I did knock that cone over and didn't get penalized. I am so happy. Now we just have to catch up to this car in front of us. Can't be that hard. We're going into the last sector of this track. Swing it up the inside maybe. Do we have the stopping force for it? We run almost deep. We're side by side. I pull away in first gear. First gear only lets you down 1 out of 6 laps confirmed. Use first gear in every track. Don't even bother second, third, just skip them. You only need first, and that's it. And we're going to end the race here. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to join the Discord, link in the description. I have Instagram and stuff down there probably too. But thank you all for watching. If you want more content like this, feel free to subscribe. And I have other Assetto Corsa Competizione videos. And maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe a new game coming to the channel. But depends on whether I get a PC or whether I get a game. So anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and goodbye.
Waste another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean